Everyone, it's time for us to go and take a look at the iPhone 16 and compare it against the iPhone 5S and see which particular phone is the better one for you. Now, I would probably tell you in every single way, clearly the iPhone 16 is the better iPhone in every single way you can imagine. But I do think in some ways maybe the iPhone 5S is really only better in one area, and that is the price tag area. Otherwise, pretty much every single way you can kind of think about it, the iPhone 16 is a way better device in almost every single way. So let's go and take a look. First things first, if you want to pick up the iPhone 16, links are down in the description. You can get that from there and you can help support the channel at the exact same time. Now, starting off with the outside of both these particular devices, this particular phone, the iPhone 16, on the front is giving you a 6.1 inch Super Retina XDR OLED display. And it's an amazing device. I think it looks very, very good in the hand. And if you are going to go through and pick up a device, this thing is very beautiful, very bright display. And I think this is easily one of those types of device that I look at as, one of the beautiful devices that I recommend buying. With something like the iPhone 5S, this is a much smaller device. This thing is giving you a 4-inch IPS panel. So it's much smaller. It's definitely not like the best looking display of all time, but I do think if you are going to go through and pick up a device, this thing is it's really not going to be that good. The main advantage of it is that it's much smaller. So kind of keep that in mind for the most part. Now beyond that, the iPhone 16 does give you a USB Type-C port on the bottom. The iPhone 5S gives you a Lightning port. So this in and of itself is another very big thing to keep in mind there too. Beyond that, there's not really too many other crazy things going on here that we haven't already seen before. So I think this in and of itself is another very, very, very big thing to keep in mind. They're both giving you kind of the 5S is giving you glass on the top and the bottom, the 16 full frosted glass back. So just a way better phone on the iPhone 16. The camera is also significantly better inside of the iPhone 16 as well. That particular phone is a dual camera setup. The iPhone 5S is a single camera setup. So there's just that right there is a pretty big difference. But on top of that, you're also basically maintaining a very large, camera megapixel count on the iPhone 16. So once again, this in and of itself is another very big advantage for something like the iPhone 16 as well. And it's 4K at 60 on the front and the back, where the iPhone 5S isn't really going to be giving you that. So I think that right there is also another very big advantage in my personal opinion too. Now beyond that, the performance levels here too. The iPhone 16, once again, it's still supported with software, which this in and of itself would be the reason I'd recommend going through and buying that particular phone. The 16 is done getting software the 16 just started getting software support, but the 5S has been done getting software support for many, many years now. So that's why I probably would not recommend in any single way buying something like an iPhone 5S. That thing has been done getting software support for years now. And like I said, I just really would not recommend buying and purchasing that device when it comes down to it. But on top of that, if that wasn't enough, the iPhone 16 is giving you 4 times the amount of RAM, actually 8 times the amount of RAM inside of that device over the iPhone 5S. And the iPhone 16 is giving you a way better, performing chipset. So these are very important things to keep in mind. If you are going to go through and pick up a device, it makes so much more sense to go and buy a phone like an iPhone 16 over the iPhone 5S. But you can also buy some other phones in between too. You can buy something like an iPhone 14 or an iPhone 13. That's also a very big upgrade coming from the iPhone 5S as well. So from that side, that kind of covers it up there too. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.